Okay, so let's get started for today. Now, today we will be focusing on some advanced idioms, okay? And I want you to write down these idioms and why we should be focusing on this. I'll explain in details, okay? So let me first open up the screen for all of you. I believe the screen is visible.
Sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, what exactly are idioms and why should we be using it? Let's understand this. Now, what are idioms and why we use them? So technically, idiom is not something that we generally translate. Idiom, it is a group of words whose meaning is different from the literal meaning of the individual words. So individually, if you look at the words, the meaning may be different. But when you put it in a group of words as an idiom, the meaning may be different. Okay. Individually, if you look at it, the meaning may be completely different. However, when you put it in a group as an idiom, the meaning may be different. Let's understand this, that in simple language, you cannot understand an idiom by translating each word. You need to know its special meaning. So with an idiom, you never translate because it may look like a group of words. However, the meaning is completely different from the individual word. Let me give you some examples. Now, why do we use them? Let's understand why we use them. Many people avoid using idioms, but you should use this. This will really make your English very natural. Foreigners, when they speak, they use lots of idioms. So you should also focus on making your, improve your vocabulary in terms of idioms. They are more expressive. I'll give you the examples you will understand very easily after this. Idioms are much more professional than just using some basic words. You can be more fluent with idioms. When I speak, I use lots of idioms and phrasal verbs, which I love. I use lots of phrasal verbs, lots of idioms. So it comes very naturally. Speech becomes very natural. And these are more engaging also. Now let me give you the difference. When you are using just simple words and when you are using an idiom, what is the difference? Now you will understand. Now notice this part, all of you. Simple basic English is this. I worked very hard all night. Basic English, this you can understand. I worked very hard all night, right? Now two people are speaking in front of the boss. One person says, sir, I worked very hard all night. The other person says, sir, I burned the midnight oil to finish the project. Which one sounds more professional and more advanced? The first one or the second one?
Second one.
Right? Can you see the difference? One change of idiom can make the entire, it enhances the overall nature of the sentence, right? So when we say that, sir, I want to speak advanced English, you have to understand idioms can make your English really advanced. Let me give you one more example. Don't give up. It's extremely basic English. Don't give up. We say it multiple times to other people. Don't give up. Do this. Don't give up. Right? Now, let's say I say, don't throw in the towel. Don't throw in the towel. Which is more advanced, the first one or the second one? Think about it.
Second one.
Obviously, the second one. Do you get this point? So, try to practice as many idioms as possible, as many phrasal verbs as possible, rather than randomly learning individual vocabulary. This will be more beneficial because when you focus on this is more easy to absorb. Why it is easy to absorb? Because it is almost like a mini sentence you are using. So you can relate the words very easily. Okay. Now let's practice some idioms. The first one for all of you, bite the dust. Bite the dust. What does it mean? It means to fail, collapse, or come to an end. To fail, collapse, or come to an end. Okay. Let's look at some sentences. Many small businesses bite the dust during the recession, or bit the dust during the recession. Many small businesses bit the dust during the recession. Or his plan to become a millionaire overnight finally bit the dust. So his plan to become a overnight success or an overnight millionaire, it collapsed, it failed. Means rather than saying somebody failed, he did bite the dust or he bit the dust. Okay. So it means to collapse, to come to an end, to fail. That is the meaning of bite the dust. Okay. Now I want you to think about a sentence with bite the dust and comment in the comment section with this one idiom, bite the dust. Do it. Comment in the comment section, all of you. Bite the dust. Have I opened the chat box? Let me open it up for all of you. Now it's open. Yeah, go ahead. Now you can comment with your sentence in the chat box. Go ahead. The chat box is open. I mentioned hi there. You can comment there. Think about it. Means bite the dust means to fail, to collapse. Can you see what idiom can do? It can change the nature of your sentence. It can make your sentence more enhanced. Okay, Noreen bit the dust in the exams. Yes, right? Correct. She bit the dust in the exam. All right. Gujarat Lions bit the dust during the IPL. Okay. Her plan to become Miss India. Bite the dust. Okay. My finally bite the dust after 5 years. Okay. Fine. The next one. Burn the midnight oil. Burn the midnight oil. What does it mean? To work late into the night. Can you see the difference of English right now? When I say, sir, I worked late into the night, rather than this, why don't I say, sir, I burned the midnight oil yesterday? Means I worked late into the night. She burned the midnight oil to finish her presentation. She burned the midnight oil to finish her presentation. Or students often burn the midnight oil before examinations or exams. So burn the midnight oil means to work late into the night. When you work late into the night, that's what we call burning the midnight oil. So comment in the comment section with burn the midnight oil. Go ahead. Burn the midnight oil. Focus more on idioms and phrasal verbs. I say this again and again, okay? Rather than individual words. So make a sentence with burn the midnight oil quickly. I burned. It will be burned the midnight oil during my exam days. Yeah, don't burn the midnight oil for anything silly, right? Correct. I burned the midnight oil to finish the project. The employees were burning the midnight oil to finish the project on time. Absolutely correct. Very good. Very good. Everyone try to make sentences. That's when you remember this more. Okay. The next one. The ball is in your court. So like in tennis, we say the ball is in your court. Okay. What is the meaning? It's your turn to make a decision. Now it's your turn to make the decision. Now you have to decide. The ball is in your court. That means it is your turn to now take a decision or make a decision. I have given you all the information. Now the ball is in your court. I have given you all the information. I've given you the information. Now you decide what you want to do. Means now the ball is in your court. Now you have to take a decision, make a decision. The company made an offer, so the ball is in his court. The company has already given him the offer letter. Now he has to decide whether he will join the company or not join the company. So the ball is in his court. Okay. So in tennis, we call it the court where they play, and their ball, we are talking about the tennis ball, right? So this is called ball is in your court. The company made an offer, so the ball is in his court. Now make a sentence with the ball is in your court. Ball is in your court. Yeah, I have explained to you everything. Now the ball is in your court, right? Very good. To make a sentence with ball is in your court or your career, okay? I have done my part. Now the ball is in your court. Now the ball is in your court. Correct. Correct. Okay. Let's move to the next one. Hit the nail on the head. Hit the nail on the head. Okay. Now don't translate this. Okay. If you translate this, it will have a extremely different meaning. So idioms we never translate. We just take it in the way it has been written and or has been mentioned, and we just use it. Okay. So don't try to translate this. Hit the nail in the head. If you translate it, it will have a weird meaning. What does it mean? To describe something exactly right means to the point. To describe something to the point. Hit the nail on the head. It does not mean hitting the nail on somebody's head. No, it is just to, it's a way of saying that you come to the point, directly coming to the point. You hit the nail on the head with your analysis means you gave a extremely clear cut explanation with your analysis. You gave a extremely clear cut explanation with your analysis. That is the meaning of hitting the nail on the head. Or her comment hit the nail on the head. Her comment hit the nail on the head. So her comment was completely to the point. Means it is something is to the point. Now make a sentence with hit the nail on the head. Yeah, hit the nail on the head. Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. Don't beat around the bush, hit the nail on the head. Don't waste the time, please hit the nail on the head. When she said the problem was poor communication, she hit the nail on the head. Absolutely correct. Very good. Very good. Yes, ability to hit the nail on the head, right? Correct. Correct. Okay. Now don't take it in a, if you break the words, it will have a completely different meaning. Okay. So always remember idiom when we are using, we look at the overall sense it portrays. Okay. Rather than individual word meaning. Throw in the towel. So here you can see a boxer. This just example, understand from this example. Here you can see the boxer, and here is the coach. He's throwing in the towel. Means he to give up. When we say that he has given up, he has lost, or he is not ready to do it, he has given up, then we say throw in the towel. After several failures, he refused to throw in the towel. Means after several failures, he refused to give up. That is the meaning of throwing in the towel. This is the towel you can see. So after several failures, he refused to throw in the towel. Or many entrepreneurs throw in the towel too soon. Means many business owners, they give up very soon. Throw in the towel means to give up. So rather than saying don't give up, why don't you say throw in the towel? Don't throw in the towel. That sounds much more professional, much more advanced also. Okay. So make a sentence with throw in the towel. Throw in the towel. Go ahead. Yeah, I threw in the towel. Yeah, after failing in the exam, Sonu threw in the towel. Okay, if you fail, don't throw in the towel, right? Do not throw in the towel in your difficult time, right? Correct. After so much struggle, I threw in the towel. Okay. Okay, very good. Very good. Now practice this. When you make sentences, try to use this. Now, how will you make the sentence? Let's understand this. This you have to understand, all of you. So now you have understood that the meaning of throw in the towel means to give up, right? Now this is clear in your head. So next time while you are making a speech, try to avoid the word give up and try to substitute these two words with throw in the towel. So while you are speaking with somebody, why don't you say something like, yesterday my boss almost threw in the towel, or don't throw in the towel because the time is difficult right now. So don't give up because the time is difficult right now. What I'm doing, I'm substituting don't give up with throw in the towel. This you have to do it at least 8-10 times, then you will understand that how the idiom is working. Okay, just don't make one sentence and leave it. Try to make at least 8-10 sentences. Do it with multiple sentences and see slowly, steadily what will happen. Your brain will absorb this part, which is the idiom part, and slowly the give up part will go away. So next time while you are speaking, throwing the towel will come much more naturally to you rather than saying give up. Is this clear, all of you? So do it. Do make the practice. Always understand it takes 21 times or 21 days to build a new habit or break an existing habit. So whatever you do for 21 times, 21 days, that will create a new habit. So let's say for next 21 days, or you may focus on idioms. You will notice by the 22nd day, you are using more idioms. By the 22nd day, you are using more phrasal verbs also. Okay. So just build up this habit. Next one. A blessing in disguise. A blessing in disguise. What does it mean? Now you can, this picture is self-explanatory if you understand here. So a blessing in disguise. So you can see here in the first part of the picture, a person has been fired from his company, means he has been asked to leave, right? However, initially it felt that this is a wrong decision for him. However, he started his own business or career or something. He started. So that firing of that person or that person losing his job, that ended up as a blessing in disguise for him. that gave him more opportunities in his career. Okay. So something good that seems bad initially. So there are so many things in our life that initially we feel that something bad happened, but later we feel that no, what happened at that time was good for us. That is called a blessing in disguise. Earlier we felt it was not good, but later we found out maybe what happened was it happened for better. That is called blessing in disguise. Okay. So something good that seems bad initially. Losing that job was a blessing in disguise. So losing that job was a blessing in disguise. Maybe he started his own business, he started his own shop, he started his own company, or maybe he got a better salary of better offer. He got better salary. It can be anything. So initially it felt bad. Initially felt that it was a wrong thing that happened with him. But later we found out that something good happened with him later on. Or the delay turned out to be a blessing in disguise. So let's say we had to reach somewhere, there was a delay, and earlier we felt that why did we miss the train or the plane? Later we found out something bad happened, and then we feel, oh my God, good that I missed the train. So that is called blessing in disguise. So now make a sentence with blessing in disguise. Make a sentence with blessing in disguise. Yeah, losing a wrong friend is a blessing in disguise. Very good. Failing in exam was a blessing in disguise, right? As it motivated her to study. Now, this is a nice sentence. Failing the exam was a blessing in disguise as it motivated her to study harder. Very good sentence. Okay. Canceling the trip was a blessing in disguise. My mother's trip. Now, this is a nice sentence. My mother's discipline and strictness is now a blessing in disguise. Very good. Good. So, make more sentences with this. Closing my clothing business became a blessing in disguise, right? Mother's punishments are a blessing in disguise for me now. Very good. Correct. Everyone do make sentences, okay? Next one. Going the extra mile. Now, what does it mean? Now, you can see here, I go the extra mile. So, the finish line is here. Try to understand this. This is the finish line. Once I have completed the finish line, I can stop. But I am going beyond that. I'm giving more effort, going the extra mile, okay? To do more than expected. So let's say your boss expected you to do 5 things, you ended up doing 7 things. They gave you 2 projects, you completed 3 projects. So you went the extra mile, you gave more, you did more than that was expected of you. Okay. So when we give more than what is expected of us, that's when we say going the extra mile. Okay. So great leaders always go the extra mile. So great leaders, they always go the extra mile. They give more than what is expected of them. Or you can say, she went the extra mile to help her clients. She gave more effort to help her clients. Means she did more than that was expected from her. That is called going the extra mile. Okay. So you give more than what is expected of you. That's when we say going the extra mile. So make a sentence with this quickly. Our team went the extra mile to make the event successful. Very good. I went the extra mile to get an award, right? We should go the extra mile to achieve our goals. Always I go the extra mile in learning, okay? Employers always expect. Okay, this is a nice sentence. Employers always expect to go extra mile for their employees. Very good. We must be ready to go the extra mile. Tendulkar goes extra mile during practice, hence he is god of cricket. Very good. Parents are going extra mile for their children, for the growth of their children. Okay. The doctor goes the extra mile to treat difficult cases. Okay, nice. Very good. I am getting a new job. You have to reframe this. To get a new job, I need to go the extra mile. Just reframe the sentence, then it will be correct. Okay. Our parents went the extra mile. So you have to make it in past. Our parents went the extra mile in our life, right? Okay. Sir wants us to go extra mile in learning English. Very good. Right. Correct. Cut corners. Cut corners. Now, see the picture. It is self-explanatory. Now, in the first part of the picture, you can see a person who is walking. He is saving time and giving less effort. Means he is cutting corners. Means you try to take shortcuts. When we say that you are taking shortcuts, that's when we say you are cutting corners or you're doing something that is not ethically right. But in the second one, the same person is doing it properly. He's focusing on quality. He's not cutting corners. What does it mean to do something cheaply or carelessly? Means you take a shortcut or you do something cheap. That means to cut corners. When you do something that is not ethically right. So let's say the boss expects you to write a letter by yourself, and I, instead of writing the letter myself, what I did, I took help of ChatGPT. I just went to ChatGPT, said that type a letter for me. It gave it to me. I copy pasted it and showed it to my boss. This is called cutting corners. Means you do something carelessly, you take some shortcuts, you do it cheaply. This is called cutting corners. So make a sentence with cutting corners. Let me give you two examples. Don't cut corners when it comes to quality. So when it comes to quality, do not go cheap or do not be careless. Or the builder cut corners and faced complaints. So the builder cut corners and faced complaints. Obviously, somebody did something, it was not in a right way, and obviously later people had complaints. So make a sentence with cut corners. Make a sentence with cut corners. Yeah, very good. You should not cut corners if you want to get a great career. Okay, she refused to cut corners, right? Yeah, everyone do make sentences. That's when you improve. If you cut corners, what was this? I just missed it. That somebody, if you, yeah, the results may suffer. Right, very good. If you cut corners, the result may suffer. She got demotion. Now this is nice. She got demotion because she cut corners, not her. She cut corners. Right, correct. Most of the politicians cut corners while fulfilling their duties. Very good. You should not cut corners or you may lose. Right, correct. If you cut corners, you won't get long-lasting results. Very good sentence. Very good. Yeah, many academies cut corners. Right, correct. Absolutely. Okay. Pull some strings. Pull some strings. Now, what exactly it is? Let's understand. Now, you can see one person, maybe I assume he's the boss and here is the employee, maybe, or maybe someone else, maybe a senior. He's controlling somebody, right? Pulling some strings, right? Use influence to get something done. So when you are at a better position and you're using your influence to get something done, that's when we say pulling some strings. Okay. So you try to manipulate things. Okay. You try to influence things because of your position, because of the power you have. That's when we say pulling some strings. He pulled some strings to arrange the meeting. So he used his influence to arrange the meeting. So let's say a meeting was not possible, but a person, maybe a politician or somebody who was in a better position, he used his influence to get the meeting done. Or she got the opportunity because someone pulled the strings. Now, again, this can be used positively, this can be used negatively also. Okay, it depends on the context. So she got the opportunity because someone pulled some strings. So someone used their influence, and because of it, this lady got an opportunity. Means you influence others based on your position, power, or whatever you have. That is called pulling some strings. Okay. So now make a sentence with pull some strings. Yeah, MD pulled some strings to get the work done. He pulled some strings to get an interview with the company. Very good. Celebrities pull some strings to get into limelight. Right, correct. She pulled some strings to get this job. Right, correct. She pulled some strings to get tickets. Absolutely correct. Good, good. So did you understand what does it mean? You use your influence to get something done. Clear? Okay. Now, so we have covered, I think I have given you at least 10 plus idioms. Now, what is the next step you have to do? The next step that you have to do is, yeah, to get the tender, he pulled some strings. The next step, what you have to do is, out of these 10 to 12 idioms that I shared with you, initially focus on the idioms that you are comfortable with. Start using them. Okay.
Sir, fast slide, please.
Just a moment. Just let me continue. Don't interrupt right now. So while you are trying to speak, try to focus on the idioms that you are comfortable with. Start making sentences with those idioms first. Okay. Once you have made sentences with those idioms, do it multiple times. try to change the nature of the sentences, try to make multiple sentences. Once you have become comfortable, then focus on the other idioms as well. When you start focusing on the other idioms, then slowly, steadily, you will notice very easily the idiom bank. What I say, the idiom bank is technically a way of saying that your knowledge of idioms will improve. Once that knowledge improves, while you are speaking, you will notice the flow of communication has improved. So you are not using basic language now, basic English. You are moving more to an advanced English, which we all want and which is the requirement of modern day society as well. Okay. Now I'll stop the recorder. Now, one by one, if you have any questions, you can ask it to me.